national security. Do you disagree with him on anything? He has, for example, some reservations about the use of waterboarding and other so-called forms of torture. Do you have those reservations?
I have had those reservations. I must be very honest and tell you that I would prefer that it would be the last effort if we knew that many, many lives were at stake. For instance, if we had possible information of a situation like we had in 911, that would perhaps rise to the occasion. But to say that we should be doing it all the time, no. And so I would have to have that discussion with now Senator, hopefully President McCain.
Senator McCain has suggested that we might be in the Middle East for 100 years. Do you think we'll be in the Middle East for 100 years?
You know, we have been in Korea since the Korean War, and we have had bases all over the world because of different conflicts. And I feel sure, though I have not asked him personally, that what he was trying to get across was the fact that once we commit ourselves, we should stay the course and follow through, rather than having the terrible debacle that we had in the Vietnam War, which we are still reeling from. We have so many veterans who are still suffering from our not staying the course and finishing the job. So I haven't visited with him personally, but I'm trying to understand that that's what
What sort of ideas do you bring to the table to help people who have been affected somewhat by the worsening economy?
One of the things that